Hello party people! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a DIY Fairycore clothes video slash thrift flip kind of video, and I don't typically do these. It's very different from what I usually do on my channel, so I really hope you guys like this. My Fairycore videos are pretty popular and a lot of you guys have mentioned in the comments how hard it is to find Fairycore clothes, so I thought I'd do a video on how to make some yourself using items you might already have yourself, or that would be really easy to find. So I'm going to do a hoodie with that bleached butterfly design that you see a lot in Fairy Grunge, and I'm going to try to crochet some arm warmers, maybe a long sleeve shirt as well if I have time, though I probably won't considering how much I procrastinate and how late I started this video. So I might just drop a tutorial on a crochet top, and then I'm also going to do a DIY necklace or some sort of jewelry and a couple thrift flip tops in a Fairycore style. So I hope this helps you out, and I hope it gives you some inspiration for your own DIY Fairycore projects. And if you enjoyed this video, like, comment to let me know what you want to see in the future. Subscribe if you aren't already. I do tons of aesthetic and fashion content. And you can also follow me on Instagram at DRESSRELIEF and on TikTok at DRESSRELIEF for even more content. So with all that said, let's get started. So here I'm just using Procreate on my iPad to draw out a rough idea of the design that I want to bleach onto my hoodie, while my cat got to work making biscuits next to me. Okay, so here is the design that I am gonna go with. I went for like a Luna moth design, and I have some moons in there, some stars. I'm just gonna go for generally this kind of design. And to do this, I used Procreate, and I went to Canvas, Drawing Guide, and Symmetry, and then it made it really easy to make it a symmetrical design. Next, I laid out the hoodie and drew on my design using a bar of soap, which is a great alternative if you don't have chalk laying around. Once I had that drawn out, I started going over it using a paintbrush and some bleach. On areas where I didn't want it too accentuated, I diluted the bleach with some water, but on areas where I wanted bolder lines, I painted over it with pure bleach. Next, I took a quick little Tim Tam break to replenish my energy. Then for final touches, I drew on a tiny little crescent moon on the sleeve and used my paintbrush to splatter some bleach all over the hoodie for a messy look. So here's how the bleached hoodie turned out. I really like it. I like how the design turned out. Here's the little moon on my sleeve. I think it's super cute. I kind of wish I went for like an edgier design though, like the typical grunge fairy butterfly hoodies you see, but I think this is still cute and pretty unique. I haven't seen a Luna moth one yet. Maybe someone else has done it, but I haven't seen it. And yeah, I hope this works out for you guys as well. And next, I'm going to work on this shirt. So I thrifted this shirt because I thought the pattern would really fit that fairy grunge aesthetic, and I think what I'm going to do to it is I'm going to cut this just a little slit to open up the neckline a bit. If that doesn't look good, then I might make it a v-neck, and I'm going to do that thing where you cut slits in the arm and then you kind of like braid it. If you know what I mean, you'll see what I mean. And then I'm also going to make this cropped, and then I'm going to add a little ruching on the side so it can like be even more cropped. So yeah, let's get started. So here I took some scissors and just cut that little slit along the neckline. Okay, so I've cut slits all down the arm starting from the shoulder. So now what you're gonna do is take the first strip and you're gonna twist it, and then from inside the loop you're gonna grab the next one, twist it, and grab the next one, twist it, grab the next one, and do that all the way down your arm. So it'll create this braided effect all the way down your arm. Now when you reach the end, you're gonna cut this last loop so that you can tie it around the strip, the bottom strip here. And then you're gonna use these two pieces and just knot it around this bottom strip. And that's pretty much it. And do the same on the other side. So here it is with both sides done. I also added a couple more slits at the top, so because I didn't really like how it stuck out at the end. Next, I'm going to taper and take in the waist a little bit and crop it because I want a tighter fit, something like this. And then after that, we're gonna add the ruching on the side, so it'll look something like this with tie strings. Okay, so I tapered it and cropped it, and I think I'm gonna just leave the raw edge since I got some like raw edges going on here and here, but I'm still gonna do the ruching thing. So what we're gonna do is take that extra fabric that we cut off to crop it, and we're gonna make a couple strips, and that's gonna be the ties that go here. And then since I tapered it, I'm just going to cut open this seam and sew it flat, and that will be the pocket that these strips go through. So like I said, I just cut open the leftover seam since I tapered the sides, but if you didn't taper the sides on your top, you can just take a rectangular piece of fabric, lay it on the inside of the side seam, sew a straight stitch down the middle, and sew 2 straight stitches down on both sides. So you'll end up with these 2 tubes that you can put the strips of fabric through, and when you pull that through, you can tighten it to create that ruching effect. Okay, so here is the final top with the little tie strings on the side and the ruche detailing. So if you tie it, it tightens it a bit more. I still think I might make this into a v-neck in the future, but I think it looks okay like this. And I got the braided little sleeves on the side, and that's pretty much it. And I would pair this with either jeans if you don't have anything else, or like a brown skirt, whether that's a midi skirt or a mini skirt. I think that would look cute, or maybe even some brown pants. And you don't have to use a patterned shirt like this one. You could always go for like a regular long sleeve shirt in a earthy tone like green or brown or beige, and I think it would still work. Next, I'm going to show you how to make this necklace, and all you're going to need is a crystal pendant or some sort of gemstone that you have, some wire, some cord, like a leather cord is what I use, or any sort of string that you can use for a necklace would work, and some pliers. For the wire, you're only going to need about 15 inches, and for the cord, however long your necklace would be is how much you need. So this is another YouTube tutorial that I'll link down below, but I can explain it here as well. You're going to take 15 inches of the wire, and you're going to fold that in half. Leave a little bit at the end, but you're going to start twisting it. You're going to want to keep twisting it and try to make it as even as you can. So I guess the pliers can help there, but it doesn't need to be perfect. I think part of what's great about Fairycore and Fairy Grunge is that you can kind of be a little messy with it. Nothing really has to be perfect. It's not as structured and perfect as like Dark Academia, for example. Basically what I did was I took the 15-inch wire and I folded it in half, left a little loop at the top, and twisted it until you can fold it like this so that the circle is in front wherever you like it to be. It could be up here, it could be in the middle, and then it should be twisted all the way down to the back, to the bottom of the back of the gem. And you should leave a little space here because that's where the cord is gonna go. So once you reach the bottom, you're gonna hold it in place and you're gonna fold the wires back up, and you're gonna put it through this little loop-de-loop. And you're gonna do that for both wires, and I will come back and show you what that looks like. Then you're going to wrap the wires back. You're going to play around with it to make sure it stays in place, and then flip it over to the back, and you're going to wrap the excess around this little dongle that we made at the top. I'm also going to put it through the little hole in the gem since I have a little hole in the gem, so I might as well use it to make sure it stays in place. Finally, once you've wrapped the excess wire around the little dongle a couple times, then you can twist them together in the back, like so. And then wrap the excess inside that little dongle space so it doesn't stick out and poke you. And that's pretty much it. So this is the wire wrapped pendant we have. I'm not the best at jewelry making, although I really want to get into it more, so hopefully I improve. But this is pretty much what it looks like. And then you're just going to take the leather cord and make it into a necklace of your preferred length. I'm going to keep mine pretty long, and basically this is what the final product will look like. Finally, I crocheted some fishnet arm warmers that are perfect for the Fairycore or Fairy Grunge aesthetic. Now, I'm very new to crocheting, so I just followed a YouTube tutorial which I'll link down below because they can probably explain it way better than I can. So here's just a fun little montage of me crocheting these arm warmers. And here's how they turned out. They are super easy to make if you're new to crocheting. You just need to know the basics like a slip knot, chain stitch, and a single crochet. I've literally only made like 2 or 3 crochet items before this, and I was able to make it, so it's a pretty easy project if you want to try crochet. So here are the final results of my DIY Fairycore projects. I styled them all together with a brown midi skirt, and it's such a good dark fairy/fairy grunge outfit, and I think these projects were pretty easy to make, so I definitely recommend trying them out, or just try being creative with items you already own like a hoodie or a top in an earthy color. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you some inspiration for some projects that you can do and some Fairycore or Fairy Grunge clothes that you can make yourself. And if you do try any of these projects or any projects that you come up with on your own, I'd love to see your creations, so tag me on Instagram at DRESSRELIEF so I can check it out. And again, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you want to see in the future, follow me on Instagram and on TikTok, and I will see you guys next time.